just came up with, and we're talking 5 never
tell no one secrets.
Yeah. And it's hard conversations on the bumper breakfast this morning. 5 never tell secrets for you from Dr. Precious. I'm waiting, as in, they are so exciting, I must tell you. 5 never tell secrets, hard conversations.
I also go. Thank you, Thomas. I also call them the 5 categories of secrets people will never share. 5 categories of secrets people will never share. Number 1 is extra relational thoughts, or call it romantic desires. Extra relational thoughts. When you're thinking about a romantic or a sexual relationship with someone that is not your current partner, you're trying to think of how to be entangled. Call it sexual entanglement.
Entanglement.
Number 2, family details. And when I mean family detail, I mean family secrets. People will never share this.
But why do people share those ones?
Which one?
Like in our family, my uncle was not married to my auntie.
No. That's okay. That's okay.
Why are you sharing even those ones?
No, but that's fine. But the one people will not share, which I'm talking about, is the family secret. It has to do with genetic transfers or genetic vulnerabilities.
Like
there are families
medical issues.
Thank you. There are families where they go blind after a period of time. There are families where they have a particular weakness. There are families where everyone is diabetic. There are families where high blood pressure is the order of the day. Obesity is there. Call it now. This will interest you. I put it in a very clear manner with this list. Call it generational consequences, curses, patterns, generational circle. You see,
things that you never must talk about. I think we should even make it secrets that must die with you.
That's why I said these are secrets. People will never tell you. People will never share it. Never tell secrets.
So if you share it, how dangerous is it?
You see, when you share it, sometimes people will avoid you. I once heard the story of a lady who was asthmatic and never wanted to tell the guy she wanted to marry. And the guy found out eventually and called off the marriage.
Well, asthma is normal.
No, it's not normal. It's an underlying medical condition. The moment you get involved with the person, you are bound to have some kids who will have it. Because it's transferable. Yes, it's transferable. So I'm not saying you shouldn't marry somebody that has it. Love covereth all things. But you have a responsibility to tell the person.
But, okay.
Yeah, it's genetic.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's why when you get to the hospital, the doctor will ask you, if you start having traits, he will ask you, is there anybody with asthma in your family? Have you ever had, if you have an eye condition, you get to the hospital, they will ask you. The reason they ask you is so they can be able to suspect it. No, if you say there's somebody, then they would assume and then do a test to confirm. But if you say there's nobody, then it makes their work easier. They ask you questions not because they really want to capitalize on your answer, but because they need a clue to know in which direction to run the tests.
Okay.
Yeah, so the history will help a lot. Number 3, I call this sexual behaviors, or you can call it emotional infidelity. People would not want to talk about their emotional infidelities. What do I mean? Sexual activities like pornography. Talking about masturbation. And then some fetishes. You know what I call fetish? Like voyeurism. Voyeurism is you watching naked people and pleasuring yourself. Okay? So many people will not want to share that.
But people have
what? No, come on. Let me hear.
No, let me just go.
And you see, this would interest you. Becoming emotionally involved with someone who is not your partner, or developing an attraction for a crush that is now sexual. You know, there are people who, while they are masturbating, they are thinking of an image of somebody. They can't share it.
Must never share it.
It must never be shared.
It must never be shared.
Especially when have you ever heard incidences where a woman is with the husband and then she's calling the name of another man?
Then something
has happened.
Okay.
I could imagine the man will scream in Mr. Macaroni's voice, "Are you normal?" Number 4, I call this cancerous lie and theft. Why did I call it cancerous lie and theft? I said here, having told a lie to someone to take something that doesn't belong to you. When you get to the point where you need to say something to get something, you lie to get something from somebody. There's no way you want to share that. It's a cancerous lie, and it's stealing in the process. People will never come up to tell you. And this will interest you. You want to say something about that before I go to number 5?
You know, when you say cancerous lie, I simply, somebody was saying something here yesterday, just in front of the compound.
Okay.
We were talking, and the person said, when I said, I don't have this thing. And the person I was talking to was saying, no, madam. No. Somebody just came from behind and said, she doesn't lie. If she tells you she doesn't have it, she doesn't have it. That's what she's saying.
Beautiful.
And I looked at him and said, really? He said, I know her. She doesn't. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm that transparent. I didn't know. But I feel like while you're lying, you're finding it difficult to keep up with your own life. So you lie, and then you lie to cover your lie, and then you find another lie.
You
to cover.
need to. Every time lying, you tell a lie.
And then something, you don't forget the first lie and the second lie, and then I don't get it.
I'm going to say something at the end of all this.
But
so when you forget to lie, you are in trouble.
But it's a burden. Do you get it? God forbid that you have amnesia. You have an accident and something happens to you.
That's why I said lying is cancerous.
Your partner cannot trace back what you are, who your family is. Do you know people get married with somebody else posting as their family, with an entire different family? I once heard of that story where a lady got married. The persons or the people she presented as her family members were just like neighbors to her family.
Wow.
Yes. And when the man found out later, much later in the marriage, he kicked her out. He just kicked her out. He said, if you would present a whole family to me, that means you can present somebody else's child to me.
And let me say this.
It's mine.
Let me say this, Tomisin. It's very appalling. You see, if we have privilege to pick our parents, some people will not choose their current parents.
Definitely.
Do not be ashamed of your parents. I want to say this out there. Even if your parents are down right now, the reason why you feel that way is because there is something God is going to put in you that will empower you to change the story
of your parents.
So don't be ashamed of them. Introduce them to people. If you don't want me because of my parents, then forget about it.
I love my best friend. I just love my best friend.
Thank you very much.
When it comes to parenting, you should be able to just put it out there.
True.
You know what? Your parents are not people that you choose.
True.
They are people that prayed for you to come into their lives, and you came. So you can't change who they are.
True.
The best thing you can do for yourself is maybe as you're growing in life, you're getting more polished. Polish them up if you feel they're not polished enough.
True.
But even if they don't accept to be polished by you, love them the way they are and build your own life and start from there.
Let's take number 5. Financial secrets. Now this will interest you. Any details about finances or money gotten overnight? Let me give you an instance. This can be a hidden bank account, a success secret, overnight wealth. You just stumbled on a very huge. Most times, most successful men will not give you the secret of their success. So if you say in a nutshell, can you tell me how you made it? They'll tell you stories, but they won't hit the nail on the head because some people will not want to give you the real thing, that real secret, the real sauce.
Shouldn't you share it with your partner?
No, it's not everything you share with your partner. And let me say this at this point.
I don't understand.
This is very important.
This is complete.
There are things you can share, but it's not everything. Okay, let me take you to another angle.
Can't you just say,
Tomisin, one of those in secret court, and they got the wealth. Now, have you seen where I'm coming from?
Okay.
There are some financial sources that some people will never share. Don't forget.
But you know,
these are secrets.
marriage is supposed to be about sharing all, being completely open with one another.
Now listen to this, Tomisi. The best way of taking away the damaging power of a secret is by, number one, confessing it, number two, revealing it, or number three, which is very important and which I want everyone to know, is enhancing your practice of mindfulness. Now, what do I mean by mindfulness? A point where you take your brain and get it trained to focus on the present and not get hijacked by the secret. Because if the secret takes over your brain cells, you can think straight, it will affect your mental productivity. So if you have mastered the practice of mindfulness, if you have the power to control your mind, then secrets will control you. That's why people need to get acquainted with Secret Diary. You know what?
Interesting one this morning. 5 never tell secrets. Dr. Precious, I must say that was a good one, well put together.
Thank you very much.
I love the fact that everything, are things that will resonate with a lot of people. And I hope that this nuggets will keep you occupied for the next couple of hours. You're still going to be thinking about it. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Good job. I don't agree with the last one, but I think
financial secret. You like money. You know. Somebody once said, if you want to make a woman happy abroad, give her flowers. And then if you want to make a Nigerian woman happy,
give her money.
Give her money.
And more money.
And more money.
And more money.
It said there are 3 things you give a woman that will make her happy in Nigeria. Number 1, money. Number 2, more money. Number 3, much more money. I think you agree with that.
I agree.
But there are some financial secrets you just don't want to share. Even you.
We need to go. How do we close this boy? How do we close?
Okay, I want to say it doesn't matter what you may have gone through or the secrets you may have had that has affected you psychologically or that has kept you on one spot. You can still move on. It's important you also recognize that it doesn't matter who has left your life. The fact that you are still alive is a pointer to the fact that you can still move forward.
The motivator. All right, that's it for me on the Bumper Breakfast this morning. I'm so excited. I'm happy. I'm happy. It's my birthday month, and I've said that earlier. And usually I'm building up and I'm gathering steam. But you can keep joining us on the Bumper Breakfast show. Monday morning will be explosive. I must tell you wouldn't want to miss that episode. Join us then and follow us across all our social media handles at IamTomisi_ on Instagram, at Dr. Precious Wise on Instagram as well. See you. Bye-bye.